tonight's video presentation and Teen Social Awareness Candlelight Vigil. And I would just like to say that I thoroughly enjoyed the performance. It was excellent. It was an excellent production in all respects. And I realized that organizing this evening's program must have been an emotionally and physically taxing experience, as I often saw Adonza running around, flitting in and out of the ministry. So I do appreciate the effort that she and many of you here tonight put into making this such a successful event. However, I am also confident that your efforts will not be in vain, as the youth of today and tomorrow hopefully will heed the advice given tonight. By turning a tragic event, the death of one so young and vibrant, into a positive effort geared at prevention, you will not only help in your personal healing process, but also in the healing of our society in terms of drinking and driving and abusing drugs and operating motor vehicles under the influence. I would also like to congratulate all of you, like I said, who is in attendance here, who assisted in any way financially, morally, spiritually. This is an effort that we have to come together and put aside our philosophical and political differences, and we have to unite and realize that we have to, as Javier said, stress to our young people that we can achieve. And as adults, we have to assist in this achieving efforts by providing young people with the tools to make informed decisions regarding the abuse of drugs, the abuse of strength, the abuse of power, etc. So I would just like to say, may God continue to bless you and support you as you embark on the campaign to curb the incidence of drinking and driving. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. At this time, it gives me great pleasure in introducing to you the Honorable Anthony Eating, Minister of Health.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Your Excellency and Mrs. Owen, colleagues of the Legislative Assembly, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all of Cayman, this is a very touching occasion for me here tonight. I have to give a tremendous amount of credit. The whole island have to give to Adonza and her family. A couple of months ago, Adonza came by the office and visited with me. She shared the script with me, which I sat down, I took home that night and read it. I can imagine the pain that must have gone through this family. Sitting here tonight watching in front of TV a similar occurrence that evidently happened to their precious child. I know there are other family members in this audience who have experienced a similar tragedy. We feel for them. But let us use this as a starting position where we as Caymanians can come together in comfort, knowing that what we have shared here tonight, we can do something about. Yes, the families suffer, but we as a nation must learn from these mistakes. The messages that we send out to our young people, they're mixed signals, especially when it comes to alcohol. It is difficult for young boys and girls, when they see the drinking going on, to know when it is time for them to stop. As it was evident here, some of these children did not know. They drank too much. It is incumbent on us as parents to be able to share with those children their limitation and what not to do. We have learned here tonight that drinking and driving does not mix. Within my ministry, drug abuse prevention and rehabilitation, we are undertaking significant programs to send the message out to our people here in the Cayman Islands. We can attempt, but we cannot succeed without families working with us, spending time with your children, knowing what they're doing, being aware of who their companions are. Let us use this opportunity to make things better for our Caymanians, our youth. We have available Cayman Counseling Center. It's just a phone call away. I see several of our counselors here tonight. Let us try to impart, especially at the school level, the importance of not drinking and driving. We have established last year our National Drug Council, and you will be hearing much more about this in the future. We ask for your support. We can only be successful with input from the community. It has to be a community-based effort. And I want to thank all of those who came here tonight, and for all of the leaders that are here, the programs that they have put in place. I know Mr. Bush, especially with his community development when he was in there, has made significant strides, but we as Caymanians must now build on what is there. We cannot leave it to other people. It is time we take the mantle and go forward. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eden. At this time, it gives me pleasure in introducing to you Mr. Michael Carter, Assistant Secretary in the Education Portfolio, to congratulate the cast of this production. Thank you.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. His Excellency the Governor, Mr. John Owen, and Mrs. Owen, Minister and Member of the Legislative Assembly, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to be able to represent the Minister of Education, the Honorable Truman Bodden, the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Joy Basteo, and the Chief Education Officer, Dr. John Tudor, who are all very aware of the importance of this topic tonight and who have given their support for the hard work and drive that have gone into this project in an effort to save lives and to increase public awareness on the issues being raised tonight. All three of them do give their apologies for not being able to attend this event tonight, as they are attending and participating in the Red Bay Primary School school leaving ceremony. You can make a difference. One person can make a difference. Pushing herself to the point of exhaustion, Mrs. Adonza Powery has put her heart and soul into this project. Although I am sure it was exceedingly difficult for her family to cope with the untimely death of Elliot Ebanks, her brother, Elliot has been able to live on through the work of Mrs. Powery and her supporters in an effort to prevent other families from experiencing similar tragedies. Therefore, the initial hard work of one person has had an infectious effect and has gained a myriad of supporters. You can make a difference. The video, which has been premiered this evening, is a video that will undoubtedly be interesting and thought-provoking for our youth. It is with great pleasure that I accept a copy of this video on behalf of the Ministry and Department of Education, and I will distribute it to the government high schools through the Chief Education Officer so that the benefits of the lessons taught in the video can be viewed and discussed in life skills classes. I thank the video cast, producers, and the director, and anyone else who was involved in this worthwhile project for this valuable educational tool. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. At this time, we will have another commercial break, but please stay tuned as Ms. Adonza Powery renders her special thank you to everyone.
Quarry Products Limited. We are your friends and neighbors. You see our products being used every day The men from the East work hard to provide the aggregate for Cayman's construction industry. Our products meet or exceed all international specifications. So remember, when you call, we haul. We are Quarry Products Limited.
There's a new symbol of savings at Foster's Food Fair. The next time you're saving at Foster's, look for the new yellow bonus buy arrows. They mean extra savings for you, extra savings in addition to Foster's already low prices. And you don't have to join a club or be a special member. You just save money throughout the store. You'll find hundreds of top quality items marked down every day. So look for the big yellow bonus buy arrows. They point your way to extra savings.
At Foster's Food Fair, everybody saves.
Make a Difference is brought to you in part by Creative Digital Video, The Hyatt, Cayman Islands Restaurant Association, Indie Sweets, and the Ministry of Community Affairs, Sports, Women, Youth, and Culture, and the Cracked Conch. It's me great pleasure in introducing to you Mr. Donza Parry, producer of this event and sister of the late Elliot Gerald Ebanks. Thank you.
Hi. I'd like to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the family of the late Elliot Gerald Ebanks, that's me included. I wish to extend sincere gratitude to everyone who assisted in any way to make this night possible. Our thanks and praise to God for His grace and mercy throughout this whole ordeal we've been through. He has given us strength, courage, and perseverance to see this thing through to the end. When people thought we were not serious, we were serious. I put myself through a lot of stress, but through prayer all over the islands, I have gotten strength from God. Our heartfelt thanks for all prayer chains of friends, staff and management of CASA, and all countries for our courageous efforts. I have been asked by Mr. Rod Chestnut of Creative Digital Video to sincerely thank Dick, David, Mr. Mike Martin, Cable Wireless, and Mr. Michael Cancel of the RCIP for their huge contributions to this production. Last but not least, I need to thank my precious baby brother for touching so many hearts, for his easy smile, and to say that tonight I am extremely proud to be his big sister. I know that he really appreciates our efforts to keep his memory alive and to let his death be an example, an awesome example for all. Please don't drink and drive, and always buckle up in memory of his tragic death, and he will not have died in vain. May God bless you and your family always, and keep you in a very special way as you leave here tonight. And with prom week coming up, you kids, please think twice before you drive after drinking. And if you have to drink Savannah Springs, for crying out loud. Thank you again.
Thank you, Adonza, for your courageous words of thanks. We know that this was hard for you, but with God's strength, you did just what you intended to do. At this time, we're going to have a presentation by Ms. Fady Powery, the West Bay Community Development Officer.
Thank you. Adonza, could you come forward, please?
Adanza, on behalf of your parents and your brother, I'd like to present this bouquet in appreciation for all that you have done. They want to say a special thanks for your efforts that you made in accomplishing this successful event. We thank you all from the District of West Bay. May God bless you. I would also like to present the following gift certificates to the persons that I'll be calling. Catherine Henning. Thank you. Nasaria Sakul. Katrina Gurnez. Elizabeth Henning. Fitzroy McPherson. Jemnan McLaughlin, if I'm correct. Britta Gill. Glenville Hodson. Sabrina Wells. Frankie Flowers. Jason McLean. Vanicia McLean. John Andrews. Richard Barton. Noted. Christina McTarger. And Eric Bodden. Okay, those gift certificates were compliments of photo shoot, visual impacts, Samina's Beauty Center, Canton Restaurant, and White Rose Charters, and Garrett Callahan International. Thank you.
Thank you, Fadi. At this time, we're going to have another surprise presentation. If we can have Ms. Beth Henning to the podium, please. Thank you. At this time, we're going to have a candlelight visual. And as the candles are being lit, we're going to be featured with a special number by Yana Morrison.